Over the past few years, we brought you numerous stories about a group of Tulsans who have gone to the Philippines to help girls rescued from sex trafficking and abuse. Tulsa's investigative reporter Jana Clark went there too.
Now, a new group just went to see the girls, and Jana talked to one of the women who has a different perspective. Keep in mind, for the girls' protection, we are not showing any of their faces.
I've told you about my multiple trips to this girls' home in the Philippines. It's a program called the Butterfly Project. More than 50 girls live here with caregivers. All the girls survived sex trafficking and abuse. Since the girls' home opened in 2013, teams from Tulsa's First Baptist Church have made it their mission to come here. They want to make sure the girls know we care about them. We play with them and spruce up their home and playground equipment. This group of Tulsans just got back after spending 10 days with the girls.
You heard about it from me.
Yeah, I did.
I wanted to talk to Sarah McClanahan, who just went and met the girls for the first time. She has a different perspective because of her education and background. She works as a mental health professional, a psychiatrist.
What made you want to go?
As you talked about the relationships that you developed with the girls and how they just wanted somebody that they could have a relationship with and to be ministered to. That really stuck with me. And then this last time that you went, when you took Claire, I wanted my kids to see, they're not old enough to go, but I wanted them to see that their mom can serve other people.
So what was your first impression? You get out of the van.
Get out of the van and everybody just comes running. They're so excited. They just start introducing us and I'm getting hugs without hesitation and people clinging on to you, so excited that you're there.
So going in, you know about generally what these girls have been through. So you have that in your mind as these girls are running up to you and hugging you. How do girls with that kind of trauma, how are they able to run up to a stranger like you and be open like that?
So I've dealt with a lot of patients with trauma, and to be able to have that openness, I think what I've seen takes years of therapy and work, and so I think there's something unique that is happening here, and I contribute that to the faith base to it, that the love of God has been poured into them and they've been shown love that way, and it allows them to have healing in a different way that other people may not have experienced healing.
Sarah says on this trip the girls were on a break from school, so some of the older girls wanted to help them do some of the work on their home, like paint their rooms.
They were just excited. Like, we were running out of paintbrushes and rollers. So that's another thing that stuck with me, and I don't know if it was the excitement of getting to paint or getting to work alongside of us and spend time with us, but that was a unique experience.
Sarah said while helping the little girls, she couldn't help but think about her own 7-year-old daughter back in Tulsa.
And that was difficult at times to sit there and think, like, my daughter could be in this home, and thoughtful of, for me, like, how do I keep her protected in America to where something like this doesn't happen to her.
Sarah said one of the girls opened up to her about what the Butterfly Project means to her.
She said that prior to coming here, I just had a house, but now that I'm here, I have a home. And so I asked her, what does that mean to you, that you have a home now? But she was like, this is a home where I can grow and I can be connected to other people. And then she said that, but most importantly, I found heaven. And we had a beautiful discussion about that. To just see the countenance on her face as she said, I have a home here and I just had a house, a shelter to live in before I came here.
Wow.
It was beautiful.
At the Butterfly Project, the girls follow a schedule, do chores, keep up with their studies, and get the therapy they need. The program is faith-based and centered around biblical principles.
For children who have experienced trauma, how important is faith to help them through that?
I think faith, regardless of whatever the faith is, gives somebody deeper meaning in themselves that's deeper than themselves. It allows them to overcome difficulties.
How did you see that working there in the Philippines?
One of the biggest things that probably brought tears to my eyes, so as you know, every night they do Zumba, and the girls were dancing, doing Zumba, and some praise and worship music came on, and to just see that joy that fills them. And so, like, to me, joy is different than happiness, and so it's a way that you carry yourself. Despite a bad situation, you can still have this inner sense of peace, and to see the smiles on their face it really spoke to me.
What is your perspective that might be different than, my perspective?
One of the things that I was interested in is like, how do the caregivers handle this idea of secondary trauma? And so there's a lot of research into the thought that as mental health caregivers, we hear people's stories, and that over time can be traumatizing to the person that is hearing that. And so I talked with one of the staff members there, and it sounds like that could be something that they could potentially improve on.
I thought about the toll that it takes on the workers of just taking care of those girls day in and day out, but I didn't think about the mental health of those workers, about hearing about their trauma. I didn't think about that. What do you do?
So I think it's good that you practice good self-care, that you have time away, and then that they're able to have some emotional awareness of themselves, of maybe I'm not doing right and I need to seek help or get assistance.
Before Sarah knew it, 10 days was up. It was time for her and the rest of the team to go back to Tulsa.
Trying to hold the tears in as you're leaving and you're giving hugs, and they want to know, are you coming back?
Do you think you might go back?
Yeah, I definitely want to go back.
What is it that makes you want to go back?
These girls need consistency in their life, and knowing that there are people besides the ones that they see day in and day out that are praying for them, that care for them, that want to see them succeed. We made crafts one night. We made these tiles that we put on the wall. We mudded the wall and put the tiles up, and so we were thinking that it would be really cool to see that continue. And a couple of the tiles had "I love Tulsa"
Wow.
on them, and so they know that special people in Tulsa, Oklahoma love them and care for them and want to see them be successful in life. And so to be able to continue that, I feel like it's something that I can put my hands and feet in.
Maybe we can go back together.
That would be fun.
Covering news that matters. Jana Clark, Fox 23 News.
Do you have a tip or issue that you think Jana Clark should investigate? Let us know. Email FOX23 Investigates at fox23.com or call 918-388-5354 or search Fox 23 Jana Clark on Facebook.